CIA versus NSA. Let's get it.
Central Intelligence Agency. National Security Agency. Two well-known but very classified, highly trained, and highly capable federal intelligence agencies of the United States. What sets them apart? What do they have in common? What can they do? Let's take a dive into what you need to know about the CIA and NSA. We'll start off the video with a brief introduction on both of these agencies. Let's kick it off with the CIA. The CIA is a civilian foreign intelligence service of the United States, officially tasked with gathering, processing, and analyzing national security information from around the world, primarily through human intelligence. As a principal member of the United States intelligence community, the CIA reports to the Director of National Intelligence and is primarily focused on providing intelligence for the President and Cabinet of the United States. The CIA has no law enforcement function. It is mainly focused on overseas intelligence.
How come his face isn't blurred?
Intelligence gathering, with only limited domestic intelligence collection. It is the only agency authorized by law to carry out and oversee covert action at the direction of the President. Okay, now on to the NSA. The National Security Agency is a national-level intelligence agency of the United States Department of Defense and operates under the authority of the Director of National Intelligence. The NSA is the largest United States intelligence organization. However, the amount of people who work in the agency is classified. It is the world leader in cryptology, which is the art and science of making and breaking codes. Alright, you just got a taste of what both of these agencies are. Let's dig a little deeper and go over their capabilities, missions, and opportunities. So you just learned that the CIA and the NSA are both intelligence agencies of the United States. Let's highlight their purposes and missions in more detail so you have a better understanding of what each of them do for the country. The CIA mainly specializes in humans, which is short for human intelligence. Like the name suggests, this is intel that is gathered by means of interpersonal contact by human sources. Picture a spy infiltrating a compound and gathering intel and reporting back to headquarters.
Like Sam
This is an example of humans. The NSA, on the other hand, specializes in SIGINT, which is short for Signals Intelligence. SIGINT is intelligence derived from electronic signals and systems, such as communication systems, radars, and weapon systems. While the CIA...
They're the ones that found out about that China spy balloon that was flying over.
The CIA may send a special agent overseas to gather intelligence. The NSA mainly has its personnel operate domestically, attempting to intercept and analyze
I thought he said NSA had ground troops.
Signals from all over the world. It also defends the United States government and its interests from hacking, surveils adversaries, and much more. This means that the CIA and NSA augment each other greatly. For example, a CIA operative who is overseas may need to access intelligence gathered from an NSA satellite in order to advance or complete their mission. So, to recap, the CIA mainly deals with humans missions, and the NSA mainly deals with SIGINT missions. Let's move on to some of the opportunities, or more specifically, some of their special operations assets you can find yourself in. We're going to briefly talk about the CIA's Special Activities Center and Global Response Staff. And for the NSA, we're going to briefly go over their Special Collections Service and Scorpion program. For the Special Activities Center, this is the CIA's equivalent of a Tier 1 Special Operations Unit. Mostly consisting of former Tier 1 operators and former SOF members, it is responsible for covert operations and paramilitary operations. The operations it partakes in are ones in which the US government does not want to be overtly associated with. For the Global Response
so if an agent's caught, they can be disavowed.
Staff. This is made up of former members of U.S. Special Operations Forces,
so don't get caught,
or those who have served in SWAT teams. Their mission is to guard spies, but their operations have expanded to include critical security at
They guard spies?
mission is to guard spies, but their
Okay.
operations have expanded to include
So, like, if the spy needs backup or they need an exfil, these are the guys that pull up in the white van that's unmarked, open up the door, spy hops in, they take off.
critical security at drone bases, defending special collection elements in the field, and transporting intelligence assets in combat zones. For the NSA Special Collections Service, it is also known as F6. It is a highly classified black budget program whose existence has never officially been acknowledged by the US government. In fact, it's actually a joint program between the NSA and CIA. It's charged with inserting eavesdropping equipment in difficult to reach places, such as foreign embassies, communication centers, and foreign government installations. And then for the Scorpion program, it is essentially a smaller version of the CIA's Global Response Staff. The Scorpion program is a force made up of security contractors, many of whom have a distinguished background in the US Special Operations community. Not much is known about these guys. Alright, you've been given a comparison of the capabilities and missions of the CIA and NSA. Let's briefly go over the structure of both of these agencies. After that, we will go over the training and requirements for each of them. Let's start off with the CIA's structure. Did you know General Discharge has a we actively post
Scared the hell out of me for a second.
all work in tandem.
Shout out to the IG.
CIA is broken into 5 different directorates. There's the Directorate of Operations, Directorate of Analysis, Directorate of Science and Technology, Directorate of Support, and the Directorate of Digital Innovation. These directorates all work in tandem to fulfill the CIA's mission: collecting foreign intelligence that matters, producing objective all-source analysis, conducting effective covert action as directed by the president, and safeguarding the secrets that help keep the United States safe. Now that you know the generic idea of how the CIA is structured, let's go over the NSA structure. Actually, no one really knows the structure.
We don't know nothing about the NSA.
All we know is that as of
How do we know more about the CIA than the NSA? Bro, that's crazy.
2013, it has about a dozen directorates, which are designated by a letter, although not all of them are publicly known. We weren't kidding when we said this agency was highly classified. Now that you have an idea of what the US government allows you to know about the structure of both of these agencies, let's move on to the training to get into them, then the requirements, and then we will wrap up the video.
Training for the CIA, you probably need language.
Let's start off with the training to get into the CIA. There's a lot of diversification as to where CIA officers receive their training from, because there's a whole
has to be different type of operators.
CIA.
Yeah, there's so many different ones.
You're probably most interested in where the clandestine agents receive training, which are the ones in the DO and SAC. These are the
not me personally. I want to know about what the spies do, not the ones that protect the spies. I want to know what the actual Sam Fisher type people do
that exist within this area.
That's what I want to know.
So if you find yourself
or how to get into it,
work, there are 2 routes you will take. There's the Professional Trainee Program and the Clandestine Service Trainee Program. We'll briefly explain these 2 for you. The PT program is designed as an entry-level program for individuals seeking a career as a core collector in an overseas mission. Candidates for the Professional Trainee Program must possess a bachelor's degree. Substantial experience
I'm already out.
Requirements, as most trainees receive experience through a number of headquarters-based assignments. These are typically applicants who are fresh out of college. It's a precursor to the CST program. The CST program is 18 months long and is for applicants who have prior professional, military, or other non-academic experience. It is designed to train and certify individuals to successfully recruit and handle foreign sources who can provide access to vital human intelligence. A lot of this training is conducted at what is known as the Farm,
baby,
Erie, Virginia, and also receive training at the Point near Hertford, North Carolina. Just remember, the CIA is very mute about what it does and how they conduct their training. Don't expect to know a week-by-week breakdown of things like you can find out about a military branch boot camp. Let's move on to the training to get into the NSA. Like the CIA, the NSA doesn't have a one-track curriculum you need to complete to join the agency. There's no NSA Academy like you'd expect. There's a whole slew of career fields in the NSA. We'll show you. On screen are all of them. There's a
law, legal, yeah, they definitely need that. Cyber, human resources. Education and public affairs. Of course, I mean it's the NSA, CIA also have public affairs because they have to have somebody talk to the public if somebody to lie to the camera. Something happens.
Wow.
You know, think of Kate Bishop in Call of Duty. Female or Laszlo, sorry, Kate Laszlo, not Kate Bishop. Laswell. She's the one that's CIA.
For the cyber and intelligence career fields, the NSA and the intelligence community offer advanced training opportunities at the National Cryptologic School and National Intelligence University. Due to how many career fields there are in the NSA, the requirements to get in will greatly vary. Just know that it is virtually impossible to land a job here without a degree, especially in the intelligence and cyberspace areas.
Of course.
Okay, so now you know what training you'll be expected to complete if you decide to embark on either of these journeys. But do you even qualify to give it a shot? Let's see.
I don't have a degree.
This section is going to be very brief, because as we just showed you in the previous section, there are several different career fields in both of these agencies. For the CIA, these are the minimum requirements.
Be 18, U.S. citizen.
Are the desired requirements. Pause
Desired.
to take a longer
Desired.
For the NSA, a safe bet for you is to have a...
I mean, if you're just any of these, you might get in, but you're not going to get like a field duty. You're probably going to get something or at the base. Think something like custodian.
screen to take...
But I mean, I'm laughing, but every place needs to be clean. Like government buildings need to be clean too, and it's not always going to be people that are personnel that do the might contract it out, and those contracts are absolutely enormous. I wouldn't even be laughing at somebody that's pushing a broom in the NSA headquarters. They're making some.
For the NSA, a safe bet for you is to have a college degree in some form of intelligence, computer science, data analysis, or something cyber related. You most likely will not land a job at the NSA without a degree. Alright, now you know the basic requirements for both the CIA and NSA. But don't go just yet. We're about to wrap up the video and leave you with some valuable resources to go check out about both of these communities, as we can't cover everything in detail in just this video. In this video, you learned that the CIA and NSA are very similar, yet quite different.
Yeah.
Both agencies are highly secretive, operate under the shadows, and provide intelligence and security for the United States. The CIA specializes in human intelligence, and the NSA specializes in signals intelligence. Both of these agencies work in tandem to keep the US safe. With that said, if you made it this far, which one do you prefer? The CIA or the NSA? Let us know in the comments section below.
I think NSA would be better job stability wise. But NSA is definitely harder to get into.
As far as videos go, if you like the versus video format, we've done other videos like this.
Oh, that was dope. Yeah, I think personally, like NSA, but fuck that. I'm not going back to school. Anyways, it's your boy Miss. Let me know which one would y'all pick, CIA or NSA, man. General Discharge. Awesome channel. It's your boy. I'm subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.